The two-day-old strike by Eastern Airlines ground crews has effectively crippled the Miami-based carrier. Here in Jacksonville, all Eastern flights for tomorrow are canceled. Eastern hoped to run 125 of its scheduled 1,000 flights today. By mid-afternoon, only 19 got off the ground. Management personnel have taken over servicing and baggage duties as it pleads poverty and asking machinist union members for a 15% pay cut.
We have said from the start, we cannot afford to pay $45,000 a year in salaries and benefits to baggage handlers.
And to those men and women of Eastern, especially our pilots and flight attendants who so far have not yet made up their minds to come back to work, for that group I have a special plea. We want you back.
There have been phone calls received by pilots, including myself, suggesting that we do go to work, but we're...
Eastern says if pilots don't return to work, the financially troubled airline could go out of business. Meanwhile, Eastern passengers are finding the airline isn't earning its wings, as Florida News Network's Neri Inklin reports.
It's not just us, it's everybody.
Picketers, passengers, and pileups. And the lines just keep growing and growing. It looks bad, but there's actually some improvement from yesterday here at Miami International Airport. Most of Eastern's 1,000 daily flights remain canceled, but 125 were scheduled to fly, compared to yesterday's 85. And many of the passengers have a better attitude today. They came prepared for a miserable wait.
Service was a little bit slow, but it was effective. We didn't have any problems with our luggage or anything.
What's the point of being upset? I mean, if we get there, we get there.
Still, we found many stranded with little hope of getting home today and little sympathy for Eastern strikers.
I'm ready to be home. I thought we'd be home about 5 o'clock this afternoon. It looks like it's not going to be till tomorrow morning. If we can trade these in and get a rent a car, we'll just drive home.
They has no space.
I think it's very unfair to the passengers, especially if the pilots join in and there are secondary boycotts around the country.
And even though some passengers were making it home, it doesn't mean their baggage did. For example, we sent an eyewitness news reporter to Atlanta early Friday afternoon to try to get back that night. Well, that trip took 18 hours, and his bag arrived today.
Oh, no, wait, let's just go to the gate. This is only for baggage check-in.
Okay, the frontline employees did their best to control the swell of passengers, but other employees seemed happy about the chaos.
I believe in American enterprise, and I think it should be allowed to operate freely.
Am I flying? No, I'm not flying. We left an airplane out in Antigua. They can go pick it up.
If your plans are on Eastern, the advice from those already in line is to try to make other arrangements. If you plan to brave the strike, come early and pack plenty of patience. In Miami, I'm Neri Inklin, reporting for the Florida News Network.
John Tower is making it clear he's the president's choice for Defense Secretary.